Hi, I'm Mike Ryan. This is the fourth in our video series on famous mines. And today we're going to talk about and see some number 8. Number 8 was first located in the 1920s, and it was mined until about 1935 when it was abandoned and then relocated in 1946 by Lee Han, who quickly sold to the Edgars. The Edgars mined that until about 1965 when it was sold to a large gold mining company, and that later became the largest open pit gold mine in the world, still currently being operated by Kennecott. So I thought we'd want to look at some turquoise. You can read all about the history in Turquoise in America Part 2, 1910 to 1990, which is available on our website, turquoiseinamerica.com. But everyone likes to see turquoise, so let's look at some number 8. First thing we'll see is in this bolo. This is a bolo that was made by Frank Pitania Sr. at his Thunderbird shop in Santa Fe. Frank Sr. did his own jewelry in a much more ornate sort of style, but he did a lot of design for jewelry that was manufactured by Native Americans at the Thunderbird using his definitive shadow box design. That shadow box design was later elaborated by his son, Frank Pitania Jr., using even more architectural style design elements with the shadow box. But here we see the shadow box with some very beautiful number 8 turquoise. So let's take a look at some more number 8. All right, here we have 2 trays of number 8 turquoise. And the tray here on the left has really a lot of traditional looks for number 8. While we don't have any of the very, very highest grade dark web, we do see down here on the bottom more of the turquoise that is exhibiting some of that webbed characteristic. And then with the dark matrix, over here we see some more of that same kind. Here we see some more that again would follow into that dark matrix. The clay that the turquoise came out of, it was a pocket mine, so it was found in nuggets covered with clay, in clay pockets. And Bill King tells a story when he was working in Battle Mountain of how the Edgars would bring in these truckloads, pickup truckloads full of what he said looked like manure. It was just muck. And it was either in red clay or a black clay. And that was really the difference between the black matrix on the turquoise, the darker matrix, or what we associate more here with the lighter tan matrix and a lighter blue. This look up here, of course, a very desirable, beautiful pattern of turquoise in that lighter matrix. On this other tray, it's really fascinating because we saw the bolo that was made by Frank Pitania Sr. And here we see turquoise that was purchased by Frank Pitania Sr. probably in the late 40s or 1950s, most probably from J.W. Edgar. And the thing that is really noteworthy about this is that these are all calibrated cabs. Calibrated meaning they're not done in a free form, except perhaps this one right here, but they're all calibrated primarily in squares, ovals. Here's another oval up here. And this was done a lot for jewelers because they like to have the calibrated cabs. But the miners didn't like to do that, and the cutters didn't like to do that because you have a lot more waste when you cut calibrated cabochons. And we know that these were cut prior to 1969 because none of these have any backing. And a lot of the turquoise that came out of number 8 after 1965 was chalk, very soft chalk turquoise, because that's when the concession in the early 70s was owned by Dow Ward. And the mining company was in the process of doing open pit, And so for a short period of time, he was able to take out turquoise as they were digging it up, removing the overburden to access the gold. Most of the turquoise that we have seen on the market today is that chalk turquoise that has been stabilized. But as we can see here, these cabs from the Patania collection, all unbacked, so we know the turquoise was certainly hard enough for it to be cut in this very, very thin turquoise. So here we get an idea of some of the beautiful turquoise that has come from number 8.